Hi everyone, it's the 26th of August. This is Burak from Trading Channels, and it's a video accessible to everyone, unlocked video. It's been a while since I've done a public video. So yeah, here it goes. I hope it helps everyone. Now we have this purple downtrend that was broken on ES, and we backtested it, then we broke out, came down for a backtest on this zone. Then, of course, it started climbing. So this was the low of October 22, and this is the low of October 23. And there was a bull flag here that was broken and backtested, and we climbed to new all-time highs. Inside, I mean, this last leg from October 23 was inside this green uptrend, okay? And just recently, not that recent, but it was beginning of August, well, basically recently, we broke down that green uptrend, we backtested it, and this here was a fakie during the FOMC, the last FOMC. It tried to break it back in, but then it fell down like massive fake here, came down hard. Then we recovered, and it's almost back at that green broken supports backtest. We have this blue sideways channel, but it also has, just a second, on the 4 hourly chart, you can see if it comes down to this purple bottom band, it is a potential bottom band support. So if it comes here, we rally beyond that green major resistance, and the obvious target would be 5,850 or so within that purple potential uptrend. We also have this red uptrend, two touches on both sides, on both bands, which means it is an uptrend. And even if that purple bottom band breaks, obviously that blue support as well, then the red bottom band should hold for bulls to keep the control and really drive it back into that green broken uptrend, right? This is, of course, this was a major signal to the downside, which played out. Right here, it was already playing out, but then we had this fake and it came down. And there was a bull flag recently that this I had removed it from the picture, but we had the bull flag, something like this, and once it broke out, it still is targeting a new all-time high. I think we will get there as long as this purple, blue, or red, all of these supports that underneath supports are holding. I cover ES like continuous futures, and I cover also SPX because many of my members also trade the cash CFD. So it is helpful because sometimes we get different scenarios from different instruments on the same market. The green channel that was broken and failed to break back in. It's the same story. The green broken support, right? It is actually backtested properly. This is what's different from the continuous features. You can see that green resistance is still holding, even though this was the fake, it still is holding. And it is, this morning, it's touching a new marginal high. We may see it coming down to that purple bottom band to find a new low and then rally, and it would be around 5,600, 5,590 if it holds and starts to push it again higher, or this red uptrend. I don't think we have much downside, but we have quite a lot of upside. This is continuous futures of Dow Jones. The golden bottom band back in 2022 October. This is why we turned very bullish. This was the best signal of all the markets that we follow. I mean, of all the indices that we follow. Okay, it was the perfect blue support, but also the golden top band was here. The golden bottom band was first touch. The second touch confirmed it. This is October 22. We rallied, we broke out, but of course, we backtested 3 times, which took a really long time for it to keep going. And then this bull flag was broken to the upside, came also down for a backtest. So I had removed those bull flag, but this is what happened on Dow Jones. Then it broke that purple resistance and it never came back for a backtest even. So That purple resistance was broken, and it got to new all-time highs, which is, you can see here after that, we already got to new all-time highs. Now, the recent low in October, or the sell-off in October, got captured by this golden bottom band, and the confirmation of this bull move was this red bear flag that was broken to the upside, which is what I covered in every morning video. I said, if this red bear flag breaks to the upside, you're going to buy it. And that's exactly what happened. The blue resistance clearance was not very well. Break was not very clear, but finally we made it. You can see here, this is a nice breakout. I thought it is going to come down to the green bottom band and then we push on higher. That's not what happened. It didn't even wait, or it didn't have, bulls didn't have that much patience to buy the dips. It is now getting towards a new all-time high, which is clearly at the next target, which is at over 42,000, well, 42,300 or so, which is also going to be that red top band, okay? And if you look at the Dow Jones Cash, right, it is the same picture. The golden giant bull flag broken and back tested, then the purple top band was broken. You can see the sideways to up channel that was broken to the upside. We got to new all-time highs. You can see this green up top band actually marked the high of August, or that was July, excuse me. That was July high, first, second, third, came down. It bounced off the golden plus green, that green internal support, perfect touch, and the golden bottom band, which confirmed the golden channel. Okay, that was the second touch, and we had been waiting for this bottom out, and it bounced exactly right there. It broke that bear flag to the upside, which is again very bullish, and the blue resistance is now broken, which is undeniably bullish, and it's, of course, that green resistance is again the target, which is going to be the fourth touch. Is it going to be breaking to the upside? That would be, again, massively bullish, obviously. It is already bullish. Buy the dips market is still on. This is NASDAQ. I'm not going to go back to 2022, but we had massive bottom out process. We had this massive bull flag and back test, which, all-time members or the public viewers can witness. They were able to witness that bottom out. I was posting back then that we should buy NASDAQ, and because of the breakout, we buy more. All that sort of stuff. That last almost 2 years, we've been bullish. Now, the green uptrend, right, that has formed since the low of October 22 was broken recently in July. And we backtested that exactly like the ES chart that I just mentioned. We broke down, backtested it, it came down hard. It found a support at this red internal, it found a low at this red internal support. I thought it would come down to the red bottom band to form a giant uptrend, but it didn't get there. Then it was this blue resistance that was broken, and this golden up, like ascending resistance that was broken, and both of them got back tested. From here, I gave a bullish signal again on every video and on the Twitter that we should get to that green resistance one more time, which is what we did. Now, is it going to be able to, is it going to be able to penetrate back into this green broken uptrend? That is the big question. Just last week, you can see this black resistance held, came down, back tested during the Jackson Hole meeting, the JP Powell's speech. Then it came down again. Now, the big question is whether this purple bottom band is going to hold to push NASDAQ beyond this black green resistance levels. This is a very big moment. I think this week is going to decide. this purple bottom band on the NASDAQ futures is going to be at 19,600, which may get tested today. Around 600. If it finds a low, then we rally towards 21,000 by smashing through the black and green resistance levels. And obviously the target is a new all-time high. On the NASDAQ continuous chart is the same. I'm not going to go to the long term, but the short term, blue and golden, they were both broken, back tested perfectly. We moved on. It is this purple potential channel to the upside. It's this black resistance support that played out really well. I'm going to remove the green one. That is already done. But of course, that purple bottom band has to hold for it to keep on pushing. And it's the green. I think I have removed the green one on this one, but it's there on the NASDAQ continuous futures chart. This purple channel is very much the one to watch, and I think it will be it will hold. Let's fingers crossed at least. This is Russell 2000, which is the small caps. Okay, this is a very interesting one. Okay, if you look at it carefully, right, this blue resistance was broken with some inflation data. We rallied and we broke this giant blue resistance rail. This is lows, like this is from 2021. We broke down, back tested, it came down hard, went sideways for a long time, tried to break it, came down, tried many times. Then with the inflation news back in July, we rallied. Then with FOMC, we came down to backtest that blue broken resistance. It didn't hold as support, but you can see this golden internal support kind of held. It is now pushed again. It has now pushed again to break it. That blue resistance is now broken without any news. So that's what matters with the natural market forces. We have this red uptrend. It recovered all this lost ground already. Is it going to now? That's the big question. Is it going to get to that golden resistance, that confirmed three-touch resistance, and break it to the upside? But first, it has to break this red top band. Clearly, if this red top band holds, we come down and break it to the downside. That would be a bear flag. Not the very ideal bear flag with a lower slope. Normally, bear flags have lower slopes. But either way, if this red uptrend, if its top band holds, if we see a reversal and comes down and breaks it, that would turn bearish again. But is it going to get to that golden top band? And ultimately, my target is still 2,450, which is that blue potential resistance right there. That remains to be seen. FTSE this is the high of 2018, high of 2022. This is the high of 2023. We broke it at 8,050, and just recently we came down for a back test. Then it found the low at the blue bottom band. The target is still this black potential resistance. This is a high of 2007. This is the entire lost 15 years, actually more than 15 years, 17 years lost by the British economy, run by crooks, run by everything. It's just this is worst market in the world, maybe undervalued. You may argue that it is undervalued, but it is the worst major market in the world. That's FTSE 100 that hasn't generated any value whatsoever over the last 17 years. And it has now, maybe it is kind of signaling a very bullish break. But first, it has to break this green resistance, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And is it going to get to that black top band? I think it will. So if it does break this green resistance, it is going to get to 8,550 or 70. And then we'll see whether that black line turns into a major resistance. Yeah. And if it does, we may see it coming down one more time really hard, or it may really signal a big break and get to much higher. DAX had bounced off the green support. This is the low of 22 October, low of 23 October, and this is the August low, or was it July? I think it was, yeah, 5th of August. That is the perfect touch on that potential support, which is now, of course, a confirmed support, right? It rallied to that purple resistance rail, okay? And now, are we inside this red uptrend? That is the big question. And if it touches that red bottom band, and if it holds, we rally beyond that purple resistance rail. Maybe we touch it, come back down, and that red bottom band holds. These are diagonal support. Also, you need to basically watch that red bottom band and then watch it. If it holds, you can start to buy it. Okay, that's why I can't give you a level usually, because the diagonal channels don't allow a certain level to buy. This is the French index, bounced off the blue support. It has broken this giant purple bull flag, which, you know, members got it when it broke out. This is the high of April 24. So it has been several months forming this this downtrend. Now it is broken, which is why I think we're targeting ultimately this gap fill at 8,000. TLT, the bond, this purple blue. So remember, I don't know if any of you remember, but the my bond call was October 23 in 2023. Last year, October 23, I said buy bond sell rates, and one of the reasons was this. Okay, and we rallied, then we formed the golden bull flag. If we look at it closer, this is the bull flag that was formed from January all the way to June, like 6 months bull flag. We broke out, back tested, and the red support held. Then the blue diagonal resistance was broken. The ultimate target was the green top band, which is a potential resistance at around 101. So I gave the buy signal at 88, 89, and it is at 98 now. And we got to that, almost got to that green top band, which is a potential major resistance. Got to be careful there. Yeah, this may turn into a really large downtrend, which is also, of course, a bull flag potential as well. So if it touches that green top band, pulls back, and then breaks out, then this purple and blue supports, or broken supports, but also now, of course, a resistance, may get revisited. And this is a 10-year Treasury note, the red bottom band, right? This is the low of 2000, the high of 2012, high of 2020, came down. This is the October 23, 2023. I said buy bond sell rates. It's still on Twitter, by the way. That green bull flag was broken and back tested. Then we broke that purple diagonal resistance. It may be now inside this blue bear flag. So its top band, it will probably going to hold, is probably going to hold. Then we come down, and then for bulls to take control and bonds to rally, it will have to break that blue top band for good, really. So again, got to be careful there about bonds. This is oil. US oil is under this giant golden resistance. Okay, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, so many touches on that golden. This is the high of 2022. And it's also inside this really large kind of a triangle, okay? First touch 21, 21, 22, 23. We didn't get a test on that one again since 2023. I thought we're going to get to that 74 level, which is the blue bottom band, to form a bull flag. But just recently, last week, It bounced off this black line, which confirmed it as a support. First, second, third touch. We broke out of the purple downtrend. That was very clear breakout. And gold has been, oil has been ripping. Now, is this green line is it gonna turn into a resistance? So this is the high of July, high of August. So around 78, 78.50, somewhere there, it is going to test that green potential resistance. If it holds, we may see it coming down one more time, and the blue bottom band is still at around $70. And that's where I think we may start buying it. But either way, we have been bearish on US oil, obviously, because of this red bear flag that was broken, that golden resistance. It's also very evident from the Brent oil. So sometimes Brent oil gives better signals than US oil. So that's why I'm watching both. That blue resistance, perfect. 1, 2, 3 touches. This red bear flag was broken, which turned things very bearish again. Came down. It didn't touch this blue support yet. Again, I mean, I thought maybe it's going to come down towards 74, 74.50, maybe even 75, somewhere around 74.50, 75. I was hoping that we are going to test that, but actually that green line, was it a resistance? Kinda. I'm not a big fan of two-touch lines. They are not resistance for me. So it may still come down towards here, towards 74.50, touch that blue together with purple, and then rally to break this giant triangle. It is quite a squeeze, you can see here. Very big squeeze. And if and when it breaks out, oil is going to get to above 100 again one more time. Natural gas, I'm going to repeat my target of 1.3, and that will be end of September. Why? So the green top band was just over 3, and that's where I called bear again. And since then, it has fallen over. So this was 310, so 300, 3100. I'm going to put it on the daily chart again. Okay, that was the perfect reversal at 320. Yeah. Let's put it this way: 316, 3160. Right, that was the perfect green resistance reversal, and we had an uptrend that was broken to the downside, which confirmed the break or the reversal. It is still targeting. I'm now gonna remove this red one, okay, just to give you a very clear picture here. In my opinion, that red downtrend has one more touch at this red bottom band, and that is going to happen sometime end of September. It has to get there very quickly, quite honestly. Is it going to get there? Because it's also the double support, right? This green and gold red, that would be an ideal level to start buying nat gas. And that level is 1.3. Yeah, 1,300 ticks. And if it gets there, I'm going to be a buyer, obviously. And this is a September contract. Again, members got it right there at that golden blue double resistance. 1, 2, 3 touches on that golden top, and now it's getting pushed to the downside. Even this golden internal support has broken. And I think ultimately we're going to get to that 1.7 level, which is that golden bottom band. And then we'll see maybe another bounce, maybe after that some more downside. I'm not 100%. I can't be very, how to say, I can't be very clear on, let's say, the target of 1.3 being reached at the end of September. It's just an ideal scenario because of this weekly chart since 2007, 2005 highs, 2006 highs. So We'll see. This is gold, right? Gold, the golden sideways channel right here has been broken, and it just got back tested, and the back test didn't hold, but the back test actually touched that blue broken support, and then it made it back above that golden broken channel. So I think the futures continuous or continuous futures chart explains it much better. Okay, so I'm going to remove this blue one. Right, the golden top band was broken. So this is the sideways. If it came down, it rallied. So this red uptrend is obviously very much intact, which is why I think it's going to target 2,600 and even maybe higher if it can push through that green top band, 2,650. Okay, but more than that, this golden sideways channel, right, that was broken last week to the upside. The back test came down a little bit into it. Then it touched that blue resistance that was broken. So it held a support, which is why, and also it broke out of the black bull flag. That's why it's now targeting ultimately 2,600 and possibly much higher. Silver, right, silver. I thought silver is going to, I was even actually hoping that silver stays inside the red downtrend to touch that $25 to find a double or triple support. I'm going to now get back to the long-term chart, right? That blue resistance, excuse me. So let's bear with me, please. Why is it doing that? Right, here it is. Okay, that blue major resistance, 2, 3, 4. We broke out. We never back tested it properly, actually. And I was thinking maybe it wants to come down towards $25 to test that golden and even red bottom band and the blue. So for me, if I was hoping that it stays inside the red bull flag, comes down, touches this 25, which is that golden, blue, and red triple support, so that we could buy that $25 heavily to target $35. But actually, instead, after last week's action, right, this red bull flag, that is a textbook bull flag, which, two touches on both sides. It's now broken and back tested. The diagonal resistance was broken, and it bounced off the black bottom band. So I was thinking maybe this black bottom band is going to break and it's going to get to 25. But this morning, overnight, this action is looking very bullish because it was broken and back tested. So it is now targeting 32 plus. So I'm talking about silver, okay? And platinum, let's have a look at platinum, what it's trying to do here. The green top band held at the high of last week, came down, it broke that blue support, back tested it, but overnight, since yesterday and Friday, it pushed back on. The blue resistance is broken. The ultimate scenario here is that it breaks this golden resistance and the green top band, and ultimately that blue resistance. Anything above 1,000 is going to look very bullish. And the continuous futures chart on platinum is a bit more clearer. The green, the blue, the golden, so that's kind of a triple resistance zone. The green one is at, 987. So I think if this green bear flag breaks to the upside, it may also break the golden resistance that is from the highs of May this year, right? So it can, and if it touches and breaks that blue as well. So anything above 1,000, 1,005 on the continuous futures is going to look extremely bullish for platinum. And last commodity that I cover is copper. I gave the members the 393 low because of this blue and red. I said buy 393, your stop loss is 391. That's how it played out so perfectly because of this red plus blue. Then it cleared the green resistance. 1, 2, 3. That was another buy signal. Came down, and then we rallied to that red top band. Now, is this red top band going to be broken? And I think it will. You can see it tried the blue and red. Anything above 424 is a major break. Okay, 424, 425. This is a giant bull flag that has formed since May of this year, right? And I think it is going to target 475, 500. Maybe you can see here that one, like this long-term chart. Yeah, this is the high of 2011. We got to that level at 500, 510. That's where we reversed. Now, is it going to get to that 500 level inside the blue uptrend and smash through? That's the question. That is the big question. It is out of the red bull flag almost at 424. We may get to that 500 again and smash it if it wants to rally. Then anything above 500, 510 is going to target 800 in the coming years. That is the target of this giant sideways channel. That would be the target. Right. Let's have a look at euro. I gave the bullish signal on euro once that green major resistance. This is the high of 21, first, second, third. We broke it, backtested. Then the golden top band, that rising channel, was broken to the upside, which made things even more bullish for euro. And obviously, it was a kind of a triangle here, right? Like this. So if I want to make it a proper triangle, right? It was broken, which means it is going to get to that long, very big resistance. So this is a giant bull flag from the highs of 2008, right? This is a massive bull flag, and if it can be broken, that red top band can be broken, it's the end of the road for US dollar for a long time, because I think the ultimate target in the coming years, maybe a decade or something, that euro is going to go back to 1.6, because it's a very big bull flag and it is going to be broken around 114, 115. Okay, that's where it is going to be broken. Pound sterling also, we turned very bullish on pound sterling, and the reason is quite clear. That golden giant resistance from the highs of 2008 high, from the 2008, that golden major resistance is broken at 1.3. The purple resistance is also broken at ascending resistance. And we have this green one that is holding at the moment, but I don't think it's going to hold for too long. I think pound sterling is targeting the 1.4. This is the Brexit 1.45. That's what it's targeting, that red top band at 1.45. US dollar Japanese yen turned very bearish. Obviously, at the green top band, the golden uptrend was broken, and the red giant uptrend that was broken. This is the reverse. Just over 160, it reversed, and we came down, broke the blue, broke the red, almost got back tested. Now it is targeting this green bottom band. So this red channel that has formed from the lows of beginning of 23 is broken, and it's targeting ultimately this green bottom band. Okay, and DXY turned very bearish initially after the break of the golden bottom band, and then the red bull flag that was broken to the downside and back tested. So this is looking very bearish, and the blue bottom band is the target, and that is around 99.50 or so. Right. Somewhere here, that is around 99.55. And that will be, of course, a test for euro as well. Aussie dollar, right. Okay, Aussie dollar is now getting closer. After the purple supports bounce, we cleared the green resistance, like sideways diagonal resistance, and back tested it. Now the blue top band is coming our way. And is it going to be able to break or not? That's the big question. And I think there is a chance to break it this time. And on the weekly, it is also like this is a giant downtrend, right? Do you see the massive 1, 2 touches, 1, 2, 3, 4 touches? This is a massive break for Aussie dollar, okay? And if we want to put something like this, right? That is the bit, right? This one, okay? That is the minimum target, but after that, I think it is going to break more. And Kiwi has already broken this golden resistance. One, this is the high of 21, high of 22, high of 23, end of 23. This is high of 24, excuse me. This is the mid 23. This is the end of 23, and it is now broken. Excuse me. End of 23, mid 24, right? You can see it. It is broken and back tested, right? Perfect back test. It's that blue top band that is being ready, that is getting ready to be broken. Very, very clear breakout is coming our way right here. Okay, that blue top band is holding, and the golden resistance is broken. The red top band is holding. I think it is going to smash both of them and massive rally because of that golden resistance break. Final forex is US dollar CAD. The blue support is broken, and the golden sideways channel failed to break out. The blue support is breaking down. I think we'll have again weakness on the US dollar even for this chart. Okay, agricultures is coffee. We are long coffee initially from 196 right here. Then we sold it at 247. We came down, we bought it at 223. There was a gap fill here, that red support, the black support, kind of a triple support here. We closed half at 247 again, but it's still holding the remaining long because this blue resistance, which is at 255, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touches, it is going to be broken at 255. That's what I'm expecting. For it to rally towards 275, there is still a gap though at 227. I don't know if that is going to get filled. And the long-term coffee chart on the continuous futures is this one. This is the high of 2011. Second, third, fourth, and fifth touch. It is going to be broken, I think, and then it may get to 300 plus. And wheat is digging very deep, unfortunately. I thought wheat is going to really rally to the red top band and break it after the bounce off the blue support, but instead it came down. It is breaking this green declining support. It broke down this support, which is why it is looking very, very bearish at the moment. Hard to say where it can really bottom out. Just one scenario is that it drops to this blue broken resistance right here. It comes down to this, back tests it, and then rallies. And the level for that one would be at 450. And if you look at the wheat September contract, it had broken this golden support, not even back tested it properly. This green downtrend is still very much its potential downtrend. Actually, the top band wasn't really tested, but either way, it is looking very bearish. Soybeans is the same, it's still digging deep. I thought we were going to bottom out, but no, it actually broke down the blue downtrend, broke it down after the bear flag break, that purple bear flag break. The green bottom band, the green downtrend was broken to the downside, which is extremely bearish. A downtrend like this that breaks to the downside and back tested is of course very bearish, and the blue bottom band that is broken. So I think, let's have a look. The long term, this golden sideways action, is it going to be tested one more time? That is the big question, right? Now that it has broken everything down, soybeans really may come down towards 800 one more time, ultimately. And soybeans September contract had broken this blue support. The golden downtrend is intact. It's still pushing it down. Everything looks very, very bearish. The red support, the golden downtrend, everything looks very bearish. And corn also looking very, very soft. I thought we're going to bottom out soon, but this blue downtrend is still pushing it down. The green bottom band may cause it to bounce, and the green bottom band is around 357, 356. It is testing this golden potential support, but either way, it has to break the blue downtrend for at least a relief bounce. And the long-term chart on corn, right, it is also inside this giant uptrend, which, whose bottom band is coming our way. I don't think this golden bottom band is going to be broken, but we're going to test it, and maybe we're going to bounce off 350, which is a giant support. Yeah, that is a very big. This is the high of 1996. This is high of 2008. Bottom band is at 350. So is it going to hold? And if it does hold, corn is going to become a very big buy signal. Corn September contract, red bull flag broken to the downside, back tested. This is why it's selling still. The golden line doesn't become a support. Everything looks bearish. So cocoa, right, I'm now going to remind you, right, it is, right, remember the red bull flag that was broken to the upside, which is why I gave a bullish signal on Twitter back in, 2023. And it took only less than 12 months to be quadrupled after this giant bull flag breakout. And it is still inside this massive, so outside of this massive broken uptrend. So I'm going to put it, right, something like this. This golden uptrend, massive uptrend, right? That was broken to the upside. We are still outside of it. This is a big back test. And we have this green uptrend that has been forming. So let me show you very clearly. Yeah, this green bottom band held. Of course, this spike down is because of the contract rollover. So it's trying to stay inside the green uptrend. And today it has to really bounce to start going, to keep going, okay? And I think this contract rollover gap is going to get filled eventually. If it starts, especially if it starts to push today to break this red resistance. Sugar, right, it is a little bit, the current action is a little bit of a question mark for me, but around $28, I gave the bearish signal that it is going to stay inside this golden sideways or bull flag, giant bull flag. At 28, we turned bearish. It came down. The blue bottom band held initially, but then it was broken, which is bearish. But the current action has broken this red triangle or kind of a wedge to the upside. Anything above 20 or, 1925 may look bullish again. And if you look at the October contract, right, this red resistance was broken, the green support held, the red resistance is broken, which is why maybe it really wants to get to that blue resistance and break it through. That is going to be 1950, 1975. If it can break it, yes, that would be very bullish. Okay, that's the October contract. And this is cotton. The green support or broken resistance held as support. The red bottom band held. Now it is trying to break. So around 67, 66, I gave the red bottom band support. Then now the blue bottom band, top band is being forced to break. It may hold here, pull back one more time towards 67, and then a break to the upside would be very bullish, of course. All right, this is the normal markets. Now it's on the crypto market. Bitcoin had broken, so we reversed right there. I don't normally do arcs, but I saw it somewhere and I copied it. I don't know where I saw it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is of course, always a log chart. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touches. That arc is still holding. And it broke down the golden uptrend, broke it down during the spike in August, beginning of August. It actually broke down the blue bottom band as well, which was very bearish, but it got back in, to my surprise. Obviously, it has to go to the 69,500 to break that blue and red major resistance. Anything above 69,000, I think it's going to look very bullish. It penetrated back into the golden broken uptrend, which is why we remove it now. Looking at the 6-hourly chart, that red little bull flag, right? It was this bull flag that was broken and back tested. It was a part of this red resistance, broken and back tested. This green resistance zone is broken over the weekend. That's what gives hope to the bulls, but it really has to go beyond 69,500. Ethereum, so the red top band didn't turn into a resistance. That is bullish, of course. It penetrated now back into the failed golden bull flag. This was the failure. It found a low at the green bottom band. This is perfect uptrend. This is the low of October, low of June 22, right? Came up, came down. Now it found a low. Now it really has to go beyond this red broken support, which is at 2,900. Anything above 2,900 is going to look very bullish for Ethereum. It did the golden. This is the failed bull flag. You can see it was resistance. Now it's broken. Now this red broken support may turn into resistance. I think it already did. Look at this. So it already did hold as a resistance. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touches broken, back tested. Right, this is the back test. I'm not going to cover all of these cryptos. The video is already 50 minutes long. I'm going to cut it short. CAS has to break the green top band. This is the failed breakout, but it will break out eventually, and I think it is going to triple, or at least what triple? It's at 16 cents. The target is 19 or even $1. So if this green sideways channel breaks, buy CAS. Okay, PAL is inside the purple bull flag. Blue support, green support, they're holding. Anything above 27, 28 cents is going to look like a massive breakout for PAL. Zcash had broken the golden resistance. It is inside this little green bull flag, but the blue top band is a major potential resistance. So Zcash isn't really out of the woods. Maybe it will reverse and at the blue top band and really crash. We don't know that. But for that, it really has to break that golden broken resistance back down. So is it going to do it, or is it going to push on and break this green major resistance? That if this blue top band doesn't hold, Zcash is going to look very, very bullish again. Pepe is inside the green bull flag. For a breakout, it really has to move beyond, 115. Monero is one of my favorites. At 185, it would break out of the green large sideways channel. Okay, at 185 you buy Monero, and this is Binance coin. It is inside the red uptrend still, right? Giant uptrend. It failed to break the blue top band last time, but if it does break it for good, Binance coin is going to it can easily get 5 times, 6 times higher. So this red uptrend has to hold. It's out of the green bull flag, and it is going to rally towards 5,000. I mean, very, very bullish scenario at the moment. OM is at the red bottom band, or it didn't touch the red bottom band. It may touch it and then rally towards red top band and even break it if that one holds. And Ripple has to break this blue resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anything above 65 cents is going to look very bullish. Obviously, it is a giant triangle. Yeah. So the green bull flag was broken and back tested. It's just going sideways. But if it does break at 65, 70 cents, I think it is going to become a really big rocket. And Solana is inside the golden bull flag, right? And you can see here, this giant bull flag would be broken at 190, around 195, and then it is going to target new all-time highs back to somewhere around 260 and possibly much higher. Last one is Jasmy. Jasmy is inside the blue bull flag. It has to be broken to the upside for the rally to continue. Obviously, you can see Jasmy is showing relative strength. Red top band was broken. It rallied while the others were selling. Jasmy was looking very bullish, and it still is showing relative strength. So it is looking like it wants to ultimately break out of the blue bull flag and rip. Okay, last one is Aave. The red. You can see the golden bull flag, golden uptrend was broken and back tested. It really has to go beyond 185 to break free for good. Yeah. And that would actually target a new all-time high. So it really has to go beyond this multi-resistance levels. Okay, guys, take care. Keep in touch. I hope it helps. Bye.